So we're gonna start the pre-screening, so I can just see whether you're at risk of needing to be referred to any allied health professional or GP. So I've written out your date of birth and today's date. So I'd like to ask you a series of questions, just yes or no questions, just to identify if there's any need for referrals. So for the first one, has your doctor ever told you that you have a heart condition, or have you ever suffered a stroke?
No.
Okay. Do you ever experience unexplained pains in your chest at rest or during physical activity?
No.
Do you ever feel faint or have spells of dizziness during physical activity that cause you to lose balance?
No.
Have you had an asthma attack requiring medical attention any time in the last 12 months?
No.
Do you have diabetes?
No.
Do you have any diagnosed muscle, bone, or joint problems that you have been told could be made worse by participating in physical activity?
Well, not really, but I do have an old nipple injury in my ankle, and that's why I'm coming to see you, because I want to get stronger and just make sure that that's not affecting in any way.
Do you have any other medical conditions that would make it dangerous for you to participate
No.
in exercise? Okay. So, according to you saying just yes to the potential ankle injury, I may need to refer you to maybe a physiotherapist, someone who could just check it and then let me know if you have any limitations to exercise. So I'll write a referral later before we start anything. But yeah, I'd just like you to sign, just to say that everything today was correct. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now for the so now we're going to be completing the personal profile. So I've written down now your name, date of birth, address, contact details that you told me earlier. So your occupations again?
I'm a nurse in an emergency department. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of shift work and a lot of overtime.
Okay. So for your health and fitness goals, what would you say would be your number one goal?
I just want to get stronger, and I want to lose around 5 kg, and also apply some nutrition information.
Okay. And do you have any sort of time limit that you want to achieve this by?
Not really. Just I'd like to always happen quicker rather than later.
Okay.
And I'm already swimming twice a week, so I was looking for maybe 2 sessions on top of that.
Okay. We'll write that down when we get to there. So, what would you say you need to be successful? Maybe any sort of external motivators, anything like that.
Well, I saw the physiotherapist, like you said before, for my ankle injury, and that's led to a bit of arthritis.
Okay.
So I just want to become stronger also and help my bones with osteoporosis.
Okay. So now I'm just going to ask you questions about, you and your lifestyle currently. So are you currently exercising?
Twice a week, I do some swimming.
Okay. How many minutes would you say per session?
Half an hour.
30 minutes, okay. And at what intensity?
Moderate.
Are you or have you recently been pregnant?
No.
Okay. And do you take any regular medication or supplements currently?
No.
Okay. So under any serious medical concerns, you would just say is the ankle injury that you wanna keep into mind when we programming exercises.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the next step would be to do a health check. So I want to get your resting heart rate, and I would also measure your waist and hip girth if you're okay with that.
Yes.
Okay, so first we can do the resting heart rate. say is your resting blood pressure, your last recorded resting blood pressure?
It was 100/60.
160. Okay, and now we're gonna measure your waist and hip girth. So
Okay.
please stand up for me, please. I'll come take a step forward. Hold it here. It's on it, but down as 93. Okay, and the hold up there, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'll write down the waist hip ratio on your BMI later. Okay, so the second part, we're gonna look at your lifestyle. So how active would you say your job is?
Moderate.
Okay. And I guess you'd say the same about your day. How many hours of sleep do you get at night?
Less than 6.
Okay. Because of the
Because of the shift work of being in an emergency department.
in the past month, how often have you been physically restricted by your health?
Not really.
Okay. In the past month, how often have you been emotionally affected by your health? Okay. Okay, so now in regards to your diet, I just want you to say which one of these three statements you align with the most.
Okay.
So I feel that my diet is healthy and does not require changing. I feel that there are a few changes that can be made to improve my health. I feel that my diet requires a number of changes and I'm not sure where to start.
The number of changes, I'm not sure what to start.
Okay. So nutritional consultation, I guess we could take that. Okay, so now in regards to your exercise plan, how much time do you think you can commit to your exercise plan per week and how many minutes per session?
I want to do something additionally, say 2 times a week for about 45 minutes a session,
Okay.
and that's additional to my swimming that I do twice a week
Okay. And what time of day do you prefer to exercise?
in the afternoons.
Okay. Is there a specific day you'd like to train on?
No.
Okay. I guess we could just put maybe one of the weekend days.
Yes,
and
that
one of
would
the
be good.
weekdays. So I'm just gonna ask you which a list of fitness activities, and you just tell me if they interest you. So walking,
Yes,
stationary cycling,
yes,
swimming. I'll put that down. Weight machines,
yes,
stretching,
yes.
running.
No.
Okay, rowing machine,
Yeah.
cross trainer,
Yes.
free weights.
Yep.
Sport. Any sports?
No.
Like football, basketball.
No.
Okay. What about group exercise classes?
No, I think I prefer a one-on-one.
Okay. And any other activities, maybe like boxing or.
I'll leave that up to you.
Okay. At what intensity would you like to exercise at?
Moderate.
Okay. And are there any specific fitness activities that do not interest you at all? That you
No,
just
not
wanna
the ones
avoid?
that we've already spoken about.
Okay. So I would just like you to, read and sign just to
Okay.
show that everything is factually correct. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now that we're back together, I'd like to go over your dietary habits questionnaire just to see, just to talk to you about the health guidelines when it comes to diet, what you currently eat, and just to tell you what the ideal would be. So for me, my scope of practice as a personal trainer or exercise professional would be just to show you what the guidelines are. So for example, you should be eating, roughly 5 serves of vegetables, 2 serves of fruit, 4 serves of protein, etc. And I can give you strategies to help you achieve those goals with your current diet. So now for the questionnaire, I'd like to ask you what your dietary goal would be. Maybe lose weight, fix this,
I'd like to lose around 5 kilos.
Okay. And do you have any special dietary requirements, disease, allergies, intolerances, some of your religion maybe?
No, I don't, but I am vegetarian.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm just gonna ask you how many serves per day of each food group you have. So for vegetables, how many would you say you eat per day? 0 to 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 5, 6 plus. This will be for every food group.
Yeah, it would be 6 plus because since being vegetarian, I eat a lot of vegetables.
Okay. And how many serves of fruit do you eat per day? Let's say 1 serving would be an apple or a banana or maybe 2 small apricots.
I eat more than that, so it would be like in the middle.
Okay. I'll just go with 4 to 5 maybe.
Yes.
And how many serves of bread and cereals do you usually eat per day? Maybe like a slice of bread or half a cup of rice.
They're very low because I'm very low in the bread.
Okay. In regards of dairy, let's say a serving of dairy is a cup of milk or 2 slices of cheese.
Yeah, it will be a serving.
Okay. And how many serves of meat or alternatives would you consume per day? Well, you're vegetarian, so it wouldn't be any meat, but for alternatives, maybe for tofu or seeds, nuts, peanut butter.
It will be low.
Low? Okay. And in terms of discretionary choices, so this would be, I guess, the kind of foods you low-key want to avoid because they're not the best options, which would be maybe some alcohol, hot chips, donuts, chocolates, that kind of
No,
stuff.
I don't have any of that actually.
Okay. And okay, so in terms of your requiring referral, I don't think you would need referral. We could possibly refer you to someone just to see if they have some more examples of better choices for you in terms of meat because you're lacking the kind of protein you would need. But I think we can just maybe just discuss ways for you to just add it into your daily, nutrition. Okay. So I would just like to show you really quickly what some of the dietary guidelines are. So as someone in the 51 to 70 years category, when it comes to vegetables, legumes, beans, you'd be about 5 servings. For fruit, 2. Grain, 4. Lean meat would be 2, and dairy would be 4. And this is just to, what your body would need to, stay in maintenance, keep your energy needs, and it would also help you, stay more active and awake and just more energy throughout your day, especially as someone who spends long hours and shifts as a nurse. So, I'll look up some ways and discuss with you how we could, change up your diet a little bit, and I'll get into writing your exercise program.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.